Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that post notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. So as you can tell by the title, this is going to be my Nclex-Rn experience. Yeah, I was so depressed during this time. Like, it's crazy, but God works in a mysterious way, baby. So I'm ready to tell my story. But yeah, y'all, anyway, let's get into it because I've been wanting to do this video for a minute and a lot of people been commenting on my videos, like asking me about my Nclex-Rn experience. And I'm ready to tell y'all because before I did not want to talk about it, but now I want to talk about it because we passed that. We passed that now. You feel me? We passed that. But yeah, let me give y'all a little bit of background on my nursing journey. So I started nursing school at another nursing school in New York. I got 2 C's in a class and yeah, 2 C's in 2 different classes. And you had to get a C+ or better. So got booted out of that program. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was crying hysterically. Then I happened to get into another nursing program. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do better. Because in that nursing program, I'm not going to lie, I was really just like doing whatever. Like, I was doing my homework, but I still was trying to hang out. And nursing is a different type of way of learning, especially the nursing questions. So you can't be doing that. You have to know what type of learner you are. And unfortunately, at that time, I did not know what type of learner I was. I was just doing whatever, studying whichever way. And yeah, I was getting C's. But you know, they say C's get degrees. But no, let me not encourage y'all to get C's. But yeah, it happens, y'all. So anyway, scratch all that. Next school, I get into another school. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm going hard. I'm going hard. I'm going to do what I need to do to make sure I stay afloat in this program, which is what I did. So I did what I needed to do in this program. I graduated. I got magna cum laude on my degree. So I was happy about that. I got into Sigma Theta Tau. So I was happy about that as well. But then here comes big old Mr. Nclex-Rn. So I was studying like with so many different resources, which is not good because I didn't know what type of, like how to study for this test because I've never taken a test of this extent before, like of this caliber. So I was so scared. I was just like using so many different resources. And I happened to take my tests, and at this time, I don't know if the standards or the requirements are still the same, but at this time, you can go up to 145 because the test stopped because of COVID. So they shortened the number of questions because of COVID. So I went all the way to 145. And of course, you can fail in 145 and you can pass in 145. Unfortunately for me, I failed in 145. So when I saw that fail, I cried hysterically. I was so freaking depressed, y'all, for months. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I didn't want to do anything. Like, I was just so disappointed in myself. Like, how did I let this happen? How did I let this happen? This is what I was saying to myself. How did you let this happen, Aysia? Like, I couldn't wrap my head around how did I let this happen, y'all. I was so disappointed in myself. Like, I was so disgusted. But you know what? It happens. I wasn't the first person to fail, and I definitely won't be the last person to fail. So I'm trying to think, I somehow picked myself back up. I went and retook the test. I used a couple of resources this time. So I only used Mark Clement. I listened to all his lectures. I wrote notes as I listened to them. I also used NCLEX High Yield. I listened to his podcast over and over and over on my way to work, at home. I would just constantly be listening to stuff. So I'm a visual learner and I'm an auditory learner. So then I would also, after that, I had UWorld. My school had given us UWorld prior to. So I had UWorld and I would do practice questions on UWorld. And honestly, if you don't know your content, in my opinion, you shouldn't try to use your UWorld, because if you don't know the content, you're just answering questions. You need to know your content. So if you come across something that you don't know, you're going to get it right because you know your content. And that's the thing for me when I was doing UWorld. If I didn't know, if I would you know, I would get some questions here and there correct because I knew the content, but certain stuff, if I didn't study the content, I'm not getting the answer right, especially with the select all and apply, because I used to hate SATA questions. Like, select all and apply questions were the death of me. I'm telling y'all right now, I hated them so much. But anyway, y'all, back to what I used to do. So I used UWorld, I use Nclex High Yield, and I also use Mark Klimek lectures. So I took something really good from the Nclex High Yield. So he tells you when you go and take the test, you want to take 40 questions at a time and then get up and go take a break. So that's what I did to, like, you know, relieve my mind every time I hit 40. So I hit the first 40, I got up and went and used the bathroom, walked around a little bit. I came back and sat down. After when I got to 80, I got up, went to the bathroom, walked around. Then when I was gonna get up to go for my next 40, the test cut off in 99 questions, y'all. My heart dropped once again because I didn't know what my outcome was going to be, because I told y'all before I failed in 145, and you can fail at any number. It doesn't matter. You can fail at any number. It does not matter. I don't care what they tell you. Oh, I passed in 75. I did this. You can fail in 75 too. So don't let the people tell you, oh, if you stopped at 75, you passed, because you can fail. And then you're going to be very heartbroken when you see FAIL on that exam. You feel me? So just go to the test prepared. Make sure you have studied your content. You got everything in that you felt like you needed to get in before you take this exam. Prepare yourself. Please, y'all, prepare yourself. Make sure you know what type of learner you are, so when you're doing your studying, you can study as such. So I'm a visual learner and I'm an auditory learner. So I was listening to stuff, and I was also watching videos on YouTube because I like to put things to name. So I think I was watching Registered Nurse RN. I was looking at some videos on CrashCourse, but just to get a better reminder of like the heart, what the heart does, what the bones do, what the skin do. So I was looking at stuff on CrashCourse, Nclex High Yield, and I also think I was looking at some stuff on Ninja Nerd and Picmonic as well. So I'll list everything down below that I was using, but for the most part, if I was on YouTube, because y'all know I love me some YouTube, those are the 4 channels that I was looking at. But for study materials, I was only using Nclex High Yield, Mark Klimek lectures, and I did do some questions, some practice questions on UWorld here and there. But yeah, y'all, so when I got my results, actually I didn't open my results, I'm lying. When I went online, because I was scared to open the results. So I went online, because if you're from New York and you got your NCLEX, your license in New York, you can go on the registry, the verification website, and you can type in your name. And when I typed in my name, y'all, it popped up and I seen my license number. When I tell you, I hit the floor and I started crying, tears of joy, because I was just so happy and so proud of myself, because I knew I could do it. I knew if I applied myself, I could do it. And I just want to encourage you guys to do the same. So if you're stuck, because you're probably watching this video because you haven't, you haven't taken the NCLEX yet, and you're preparing, or you failed and you want to know what to do after. So yeah, y'all, you will get there. You'll overcome your failure. It's not, you know what? It's not a failure unless you don't try again. If you don't try again and you just like give up after that, then that means you're a failure. But if you keep going, you're not no failure. You might fail the test, but what that mean? There's nurses that passed on their first time and they probably ain't as half as good as a nurse that you gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Because there's times where I've met nurses that failed the test like 4 or 5 times. And you know what type of nurse they are? They're excellent nurses. Patient satisfaction to the T. Like, the way they treat their patients is the way I would want to be treated laying in that bed. And there's some nurses that pass their test on the first try and they don't even want to put the patient on the bedpan. They don't even want to touch the patient. Like, I don't want to bash anybody, but what did you come into nursing for? If that's what you're going to do, you feel me? This profession is so rewarding, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. But yeah, y'all, that was my experience with the NCLEX. I was so happy when I passed, y'all. I'm still happy because that's a big accomplishment. Nursing is one of the hardest professions to get a degree in, and I've done that. I'm a BSN RN, live to tell a tale, y'all. So yeah, I'm so happy. But that's all I have for y'all in this video. If you have any other suggestions, comments, concerns, leave them down below in the description box. And as like I said before, I will tell you guys everything. I will link everything in the description box. So you guys, if you want to look it up, if you need help, if you want to use those resources that I use, you can go back and reference that. But until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.